like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick. Let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an ooh,
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Barnes, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next to receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Come on. Hey, 57, 57. Blue Jack Quarkers, Blue Jack Quarkers. He's coming, double up. Jack.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
All day, defense, all day. 15. Undercrush. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now it's Hines. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. Yellow. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Kansas City touchdown. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things could be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready up.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. You ain't got nothing.
Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Yellow, yellow.
All day, dog. 6 down. Check 6.
15, 15.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes being chased out left. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
A first update now from Cincinnati, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's
3
go.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped past the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You draw Corker. Hey, Haywood.
Check 59.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Let's go.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Check.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete to Hilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
And the Colts 1st down.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Attack, attack!
He's coming.
They'll try the left side. Barnes. And he's got room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for Indy. 55 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
down. 60 outlaw.
At the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He completes this one to Mack. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
61, match box flight. Watch the safety creep.
Back to throw. Herbert on the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. I know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Slam, slam.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Corey Legion.
Brought down back at the 27.
Yellow.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Go. 5.
To throw on second down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On the ready.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here's Tressway now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Hey, alert 3.
Yellow. Yellow. Come on, baby.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
480.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
From the 27, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Ready. And mobile.
Situation. Let's go.
On first down, it's Mack. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Here we go. 30 base.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the gun, Herbert, they complete it to Hill. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Yellow.
66. Bullet high.
They run again with Hines. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 53's the mic.
Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Fall down these two. 480.
Come on. You better bring it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Hines. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. Crunch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 39.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to air one out, and this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Check three, check three.
Hey, lock it.
Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Clear. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
They'll go again here with Mack. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Herbert. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, nice 7.
Right over there. Mike, 58, right there.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Don't say nothing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, and the catch made by Hilton. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll go with a keeper. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
They They come out with one back and three tight ends. Collins now the lone man in the backfield, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alex Collins, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Switch.
Hey, check 20. Easy.
H3-2-18. Chopper.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati, and it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. A win would be their first of the young season.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run with the former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on, set. 90, roll. You must be drinking.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Watch twist.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnes, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll run on first down. Barnes. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
At the 48-yard line.
Yellow. There's a line. 0-15.
On second down now, it's Barnes. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35.